There is a lot of pink hair that's going to be hitting the floor on today's show. Welcome to a brand new episode of Go. We are on location at the Hair Massacre today at West Edmonton Mall. We have kids of all ages who have dyed their hair pink. They've been fundraising all month long, and today they are going bald because bald is beautiful, baby. Now, this fundraiser, the Hair Massacre, started back in 2003 with a young girl named Callie. Now, Callie is now 17 years old. She's a beautiful young woman, and she has a clean bill of health. We're going to be introducing you to Callie, who comes from Morinville, Alberta, on today's show, and hear her fantastic, heartwarming story. Let's talk to some of these young kids who have been fundraising and living with pink hair for the last month and are brave enough to go bald. Going bald to show solidarity to sick kids like Callie and to Chase and Jonathan, who you're also going to meet on today's show. Such a heartwarming cause. And look how many people are here today. Absolutely incredible. Stay tuned. It's going to be a fantastic episode of Go. But at first, we are going to take you to a minor hockey league team who went pink for this amazing cause. This is Aiden and Josiah, and they are happily shaving their heads for the Hair Massacre today. And look at this, Mom and Dad taking photos on location, capturing the moment, proud parents. You're going to see a lot of that on today's show. And again, just a sea of pink as far as the eye can see. Some girls with really long hair are getting their hair cut off to donate to make wigs. Now, I mentioned it earlier, we're going to be meeting two Make-A-Wish kids, Chase and Jonathan, coming up later in the show, plus Callie McDonald. She is now 17 years old, going on 18. She's a wonderful young lady, and she's the reason that all of this is happening today. We're going to meet Callie and hear her incredible story after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back from the Hair Massacre. 2, 1. Welcome back from break. If you're just tuning in now, we are at West Edmonton Mall, and this lady holding the clippers is Tammy McDonald. This is the moment of truth for Afton, who's getting her head shaved. It's the third time she has had her head shaved for the Hair Massacre. She is part of Save On Foods, and this year they raised $135,000. And Afton is excited because this has been such a great, fulfilling experience for her. She's come back 3 years in a row, and today is extra special because Tammy, the woman who I just mentioned holding the clippers, that's Callie McDonald's mom. Callie is the girl behind the Hair Massacre. It all started back in 2003. This fundraiser has raised more than $10 million to date. And coming up in the show, we are going to introduce you to Callie herself. Now, what Tammy is showing us is the Callie Bear tattoo, if Ray can see that on camera. Afton actually had that tattooed on her head as inspiration behind her participation in the Hair Massacre. That is the Callie Bear tattoo. Callie, the girl, is coming up in the show. She is now 17 years old, going on 18. And she was diagnosed with cancer originally when she was 2 years old. Her story's been absolutely incredible. She is such a lovely young lady. Stay tuned to meet Callie. But first, on TV's Bianca J takes us to the Stollery Children's Hospital, where monster truck dreams come true for sick kids. Well, we have our Valentine's Day Stollery pink bear on hand. Oh, hamming up the camera with Ray. Maybe got a little bit of squishy nose against the lens. Hopefully there's no spots there. We good? We're still clear? Yes, excellent. So how you doing, hon?
I'm doing fabulous. I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
Are you used to seeing this off your head now?
I am. It's wonderful to see every time, but I can't wait to do it again next year already.
And what do you say to other people who obviously must think this is such a great thing that you get involved with this organization and this fundraiser, and they must be inspired other people in your life?
I hope so. I hope they are. I know, fortunately for me, I've got no one close, but I absolutely do it for anybody else. It's all about the support. It's fun. It's love. It's wonderful.
Can I give it a little rub?
Yes, you may.
Oh, it feels good, feels good. And show us, can you nod down one more time? Show us that tattoo. There we go. She is rocking the pink Callie Bear. Again, stay tuned for Callie in just a moment. But first, it is time for sports with Shaw TV's Tim Dancy. Well, this is very exciting. We are now with the young lady who started the Hair Massacre. This is all because of you. This is Callie McDonald, now 17 years old. And walk us back in time to when your journey began, when you were 2 years old. What happened to you?
So when I was 2 years old, I was diagnosed with leukemia, and so I went through 3 years of adult doses of chemotherapy every day, countless needles, pills, just all the horrors you can can't even imagine of going through treatment at that age. And so I lost my hair 3 times during that time, and my dad, he was sitting with me at the table one day, and so he just looked at me and smiled. And so not having hair, it really was detrimental to my self-esteem. And so I said, don't look at me, don't laugh at me, I'm not pretty. And so that's how the concept of shaving your head to support kids who lose their hair kind of started. So.
Do you remember back then when you were 2 and 3 and going through all of that? Do you still remember that?
The memories kind of come back in little segments. I was a little girl, so at that time it was very traumatic, and so I blocked a lot of it out. But yeah, it comes back. I still remember the feeling though.
When you got better, you were 5 years old when your cancer went into remission, and you had your first wish. You got to go to the Snowflake Gala with your family. Do you remember going there?
I do, yeah. That was the one. I was so excited. I got to dress up and get out of the hospital, and so yeah, it was a great time. Yeah.
And then later on, you got to go see a killer whale.
I did. They sent me to Disney World and then to SeaWorld there, and then Gatorland. So my wishes were to pet a black and white dolphin, which at the time I didn't know was a killer whale, and to pet a crocodile. And then my third wish was to actually was to live. They couldn't guarantee that though, so they sent me to Disney World to fulfill all of my wishes, and so I guess, yeah, I got all of them.
What's your bill of health like right now?
Right now I'm going on 13 years cancer-free, just 3 days before my 18th birthday in a few months.
How incredible is it to look around you and know that all of these people, all this support started with you?
I can't even imagine it. It's still so surreal to me. I can't wrap my head around it, but it's beautiful really to see how everybody just comes together in support of me and kids like me. Yeah.
When you see the little kids, the little boys and the little girls with the pink hair shaving their hair today, how does that make you feel?
Oh, it's so cute because I think a lot of them really do understand what's going on, and so it's so nice to see them come together at that young age and just support other kids that they know that they could be like those kids, but they're not, and so they feel so lucky, and it's so wonderful to see that they really have that understanding.
And Callie, last question for you. You're going to be 18 soon, you just mentioned. What are your plans with your life? What do you want to do?
I want to become a drama teacher, actually. I'm passionate about theater and musical theater, and I like working with people, so I think, it's a good path for me.
Congrats. It was an honor to meet you. Thanks so much, Callie.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Stay tuned. More coming up after this. Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in now, we are once again on location at the Hair Massacre 2016. Now, this fundraiser originated back in 2003 with a young lady named Callie. We had the opportunity to speak to her before the break. Such an incredible young woman, going on 18 years old now. And coming up in the show, we're going to be speaking to 2 of our Make-A-Wish kids who are on location today. This young gentleman in the blue shirt with the pink heart on the back of his head, that is Jonathan. He is 12 years old. And then Chase, who is in front of him wearing the Callie Bear t-shirt. We're going to be chatting with the 2 of them in just a moment. 2 very brave young kids. But it's just amazing to see so many people out in the community today, whether they dyed their hair pink or they've been growing it all year for this occasion to donate to sick kids to make wigs, or they've been fundraising with their hockey team, their book club, their baking organization, whatever it may be. The entire community has rallied behind the Hair Massacre, and it's just so special to be down here today. Stay tuned for Jonathan and Chase's interview, but up first, Shot TV's Jen McDonald recaps the sights and sounds of the Silver Skate Festival. Thanks for that, Jen. I wonder if that's the last we're going to see of snow this winter. The weather is looking pretty warm over the next week, so who knows what's going to happen. Okay, we are going to be chatting with our 2 Make-A-Wish kids coming up in the show. Again, nice to see even more people. Every time I turn around, there are more families gathered, more kids getting their head shaved, and more pink pom-poms in the air. Stay tuned for Chase and Jonathan. But up first, for those who are born missing fingers, toes, or limbs, whether they lost them due to natural disaster, war, or disease, there are local students here in Edmonton who are trying to help. Here's Sean TV's Jordan Hertner with your next story. Well, we are now here with two very special guests. This is my new friend Chase and Jonathan, two of our Make-A-Wish kids at the Hair Massacre today. So Chase, why don't you start by telling me a little bit about yourself? You're 12 years old, and what brought you to the Stollery?
Sclerosis.
Tuberous sclerosis. And for anyone who doesn't know what that is, can you describe what that is?
It's where I have tumors in my brain, one on my heart, and I think on my kidneys.
You've been dealing with some pretty tough stuff. What is it like to be here at the Hair Massacre and see all these people here supporting you today?
Just knowing that I can help somebody.
Yeah. And I see you got a little bit of pink in your hair. This year you got a haircut. Last year did you shave it all last year?
Yeah, I shaved it.
And what's that like to get all that hair shaved off?
Kind of weird.
It was kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jonathan, what about yourself there, bud? You're also 12 years old, but you're a tall guy.
Yeah, I'm tall. I have a tumor on my pituitary gland, and that causes me to grow much more faster than the average 12-year-old. I'm 6'4", size 14 shoes.
Let's check out those shoes. Because I would think you're maybe 18 years old, but you're only 12.
Yeah, it's lots of people think I'm older than I am, especially going through chemo and all that. It makes you more mature and more understanding of your surroundings.
And how did your mom originally find out that you were sick? What was happening?
I had a pretty weird twitch in my eye, and I would never stop it. It would be every 2-3 seconds I'd have that twitch. So my mom at the beginning thought it was a mad twitch, and no doctor would give her an MRI because they thought she was paranoid. But at the end we got an MRI, and it turned out I had a cancerous brain tumor.
What has treatment been like for you, and how are you doing right now?
I'm doing pretty good. Treatment was a bit hard at first. I did 72 weeks of vinblastine chemotherapy. I did not lose my hair though. I was fighting for that. I did lose my eyebrows a bit, but...
They're back.
Yeah, they're back. It's staying for now. Yeah.
This is pretty awesome to see all these people come out and support you guys here today to dye their hair pink and then shave it off. This makes things pretty special to know that you have the whole community behind you.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty nice knowing that it's not just us, and we're not just standing alone, and it's a big cause, worldwide problem, so hopefully one day this will go worldwide.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Thank you so much. High fives. High five, Chase. Thanks so much for speaking with us, guys. You guys rock. Before we go, this is going to be on this weekend on Shaw TV. Can you say, and now we're going to go to our on-the-go calendar.
Now we're going to go on our on-the-go calendar.
Yeehaw! So much spirit and energy down here on location at the Hair Massacre. Now we are just wrapping up for another year, but they are still taking donations. Don't forget about that. All you have to do to help this amazing cause is go to hairmassacre.ca, make a donation, and all the money raised in your community stays in your community to help kids like Chase and Jonathan and so many others. I've been your host, Giesbrecht. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.